They're well coached. We got it, and I think our guys have had a good week of practice and respect them. So we get on that plane tomorrow and go roll. So that time's yours.
How do you anticipate playing DeAndre Hopkins on Sunday?
Probably, yeah.
You know, it was only a couple days of practice. How do you look to you?
He did a good job. He's in the process of going through everything. So everything he does is the first time, but he's got the experience with relative plays. So, but he's picked it up. He's a smart guy, which really helps.
Andy, tomorrow's sort of a big day for him to keep studying, as I understand it. I mean, how do you gauge that on a day when you guys are traveling? I mean, how do you pick up on what?
Yeah, he's diligent with all this stuff. I mean, he knows what he has to do and knows he has to be in the book, looking at stuff, and he asks great questions. And yeah, I haven't been worried about that at all. He's been very astute.
And even with adding him, you're still kind of short on numbers on your 53. Are you going to bring somebody up, or maybe a couple guys up from the practice squad?
Yeah, we'll see. We'll travel a couple guys out there. We'll just see how that goes for the game. But we'll have to do that.
Okay. Thanks,
All right, good. Thanks.
The receptions and yards, say you had a really good game this past week. What other types of things do you look at and do you consider to know you had a really good game?
To be honest, and thank you for saying that, but I don't really look at stuff like that. I think all of us in the locker room look at how we played based off whether we won or lost the game. And that was a great team, great 49ers team, and we're really looking forward to the challenge of playing the Raiders this week, a really good team with a really good defense. If we can get the win, that's all based off of how I played. So it's a lot of fun playing with those guys in there every day, and looking forward to it.
What does it mean to you that you are getting a little bit more incorporated into the passing game this year?
Like I said, I don't really. However, Coach Reid and Coach Nags and all those guys, dial it up is how we roll. And like I said, I don't really look too much into that. Just playing out there with my brothers, working hard towards our common goal of winning every single week is all that matters to me. And that's what I have the most fun with. That's why I love being a Chief and playing with these guys.
How impressive have you been with Pat in adapting to a lot of the adversity in terms of injuries?
Extremely. That's why he's the greatest right there. I mean, that guy just goes out there, works hard, puts his head down, one of the most humble dudes I've ever met. And he just comes to work, and he just works. And it's encouraging to all the other guys in the locker room to step our game up when we see a leader like that in the locker room, just kind of go about his business in a way that just shows success. And I'm just fortunate enough to be on his team and learning from him and kind of feeding off the energy that he gives in the locker room, out at practice and meetings. So it's great.
Noah, for you, being in all the big moments you guys have been in and everything, and then you get to that fourth quarter, what is it that you guys have built up over time that gives you that ability to lock in the fourth and just close things out?
Yeah, I just think I always say it goes back to training camp and every single week that we've been since training camp. Coach Reid works us out hard at practice, staying mentally tough, physically tough, and just going out there and grinding with the guy to your right and your left. And that's really what I think it comes down to with these guys and the mindset that we have when it gets into the fourth quarter. It's a long game, play a lot of plays, but we just dig down and we work hard for one another. And I think it works really well in that locker room with those guys.
And speaking of training camp, going through those long drives that you guys do sometimes drill-wise, how much do you think that's kind of helped this year with some of those 10, 12, 13 plus play drives you guys?
It helps a lot. It helps with the physicality, helps with our conditioning. Just really grinding out drives like that and not giving us anything deep, and we just got to work for every single first down, and we get to 10, 12 plus play drives. Those guys in that locker room, from the linemen to the skill positions, are well in condition, and they just work hard every single week to make sure they're in condition to sustain those long drives.
You're considered one of the better blockers on the team. Once the camp's over and there's less contact during practice, how do you hone, what's your day-to-day on trying to hone some of that stuff?
I think the offense and defensive guys do a great job of getting a tempo that helps us be able to practice our footwork in the run game or pass blocking game. Good tempo that keeps guys fresh, but also allows us to work our technique, work a little bit of physicality, moving into the game. So I think those guys just do a great job with their tempo out at practice to give us the best look and give them the best look possible.
It's only been a couple of days, but have early impressions of DeAndre Hopkins?
Yeah, phenomenal. Love that he's here, and we're looking forward to having him on the team.
And no, I'm just going to ask you this. With Kareem not having a ring, with DeAndre not having a ring, is there a certain thing that you kind of feel like you want to give so that they have that moment that you've been able to have a couple times yourself?
Yeah, I believe when you're a part of this team, we'll work towards our common goal of winning every single week. And we're going to try to do that, starting with the Raiders this week, which is a huge upcoming challenge. I think all the guys are focused on that, and that's really our goal. We just got to keep winning game by game, and I think the rest will take care of itself.
I know it's been a couple months here, but just how fortunate do you feel to have the extension be a part of this team and obviously a growing role and for the foreseeable future just being with Mahomes and Reid and so on and so forth?
Yeah, I can't thank God enough for the situation that I'm in, being alongside these guys in the locker room. Like I said earlier, there's a tremendous group of people in that locker room that I'm fortunate enough to be around from all different backgrounds, and I'm just so grateful every single day. I thank God. I pray every day that I'm able to come out here and battle with these guys, practice with these guys, and just go through the day in and day out grind that's asked of an NFL season with these dudes in the locker room.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you guys. Appreciate y'all.
Hey, Chris.
How y'all doing?
Good. When you first signed with the Chiefs way back in the spring, did you, what were your expectations for yourself just as a rookie?
Just to come in and just control what I can control, regardless of the situations or the circumstances that I'm in. Just go out there and just control what I can.
They brought in a lot of DBs the last couple of years, like guys they drafted. What brought you here? How did you feel like your chances were of making the team back then?
Again, I just knew that I had an opportunity and they were interested, and I just came in and just control what I could. So yeah.
Can you recall and describe the moment you found out you were making the 53-man roster?
It was good. I was excited. My family was, but there still is a lot of work to put forward. So yeah.
Chris, what was your experience playing nickel before this year?
I kind of moved around a little bit in college, so I got some reps and stuff there. So it wasn't like brand new. So yeah.
What's the difference between playing inside and outside? Like, what do you particularly have to pay attention to when you're on the inside?
From the inside, you kind of see things from like the inside out, versus on the outside, you kind of see things from like the outside in. So yeah.
Did you play both at USC and at Arizona?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Can you take us through the pick in San Francisco, what you saw in that play?
Just miscommunication, and then I just capitalized on that. Came down with the ball, so yeah.
What did it mean for you and Jayden to get first picks in the same game? Just the conversations with you guys.
It meant a lot. You know, just again, as kids, like we dream of moments like this. So for it to come true was great. So yeah.
How many family and friends and maybe former coaches and such maybe reached out when they saw something like that?
A lot. I'm thankful for them, the staff, Spags, the vets here that helped Jayden and I, and just this whole organization. But yeah.
Did you hit the ball?
Yeah, I kept the ball.
And Chris, what do you see with the tight end like Brock Bowers out there on the field?
He's a good athlete, but we still got to go out and just execute the game plan. So yeah.
And with Coach Dave Merritt, is there something he's kind of taught you or said to you over the past handful of months that sticks in your head?
He's taught us a lot. So I just try to soak up everything that he leaves out for us.
How do you feel like you guys as a room are handling Jalen now being out of the mix?
Good. I feel like everyone in the room is locked in and prepare as if they're going to play. So when that opportunity comes, it's not a surprise or whatnot.
Chris, what are your plans with the ball?
Just to keep it, just for memories or whatnot. My first INT, so yeah.
Last couple.
I was going into the game, you had played one defensive snap, I think. Is that right? I couldn't remember what it was against the Saints, right?
Yeah.
What was the circumstance for that?
My name.
Who were you in for?
My name just got called, and I just hopped out there. Yeah. So yeah.
Last one, anyone? All right. Thanks, Chris. Thanks, everyone.
Appreciate y'all. Thank you.